Welcome back to the Dusty Wrench. Today I just want to give you guys kind of an update on where we're at with the mill and the mill production. We did get our LT40 super hydraulic in, and we're in some future videos we're going to go back and talk about some bugs that we had to get worked out of this unit. It's got about 28 hours on it now. And had a couple of small issues at 8 and 10 hours on the mill, but we've got those resolved. But I want to make you aware of the issue in case you guys are fixing to take possession of a mill and you find yourself in the same situation. So we're gonna walk around and kind of point out some stuff. I've had this mill for about 2.5 weeks now. Point out some stuff that I've got to enjoy making and some of the ease at which it was the hydraulics has made it. We still have the, slide you around here, LT35 in our possession as well. We're waiting on the guy. He's out of town. We're waiting on the guy to come and pick it up. It's promised to him, and he's excited about it. I'm excited to see him take ownership of this mill. But we have behind us, and we'll walk over there, the future mill shed / shop area. So here we have the 8x8, and we'll walk around the other side here, the 3x6s that will make the new shed, the new work area. The 8x8s will make the posts. I've got metal trusses for the roof system, but the 3x3s are going to be, or the 3x6s rather, are going to be used for lean-to shed on the side of the metal truss building. So we've got all of our posts for that between these and the ones that I cut in one of the earlier videos. We finally have all those squared away. I'll spin you around here. That's the metal for that system. Of course, when we were cutting those 16-foot 8x8s, let me swing you around one more time and let you see those. That's Loblolly Pine. Was gifted to us by a neighbor. Turned out to be just absolutely gorgeous lumber. Made some really great 1x8s and 1x6s also, and a pretty good number of those as well. We did this in the first probably 8 hours of ownership, trying to figure out that mill. And I'm here to tell you, the hydraulics made flipping those 16 and 18-foot logs a dream. Doing that by hand would have been nauseating, and I've done it for a long time by hand. Finally got the pad graded out for the new building. Got that done, and maybe just a little bit of touch up once it dries out a little bit. It's been raining for the past week here, so I'm going to do just a little bit of final grading on that and get our holes in for our concrete pillars, and then we will fasten our posts to that and be putting our system up. Walk you over here and show you some wider stuff that I've been doing. So a good number of these logs here, this is just kind of a variety pack. We've got some black walnut, and we've got some oak, and we've got some maple, and we've even got a little bit of poplar down here at the bottom. Most of this is just stuff that was too big, too wide, too long for me to feel comfortable sawing, or it was stuff that has been kind of put on the back burner that is my log, that I had to get caught up on my custom work in order to do. And I finally got time and had the hydraulics to help me flip these things, and had the wider head. There's actually some of this oak right here that you see is actually out of some big oaks that I had taken down in my tree work side of things. And I did not want to use the LT35 because it just would not cut a wide enough swath through that log, and I wanted some wider material out of it for mantles and tabletops and some shelves along the way. So if you guys are in the market, let me know. We might can work something out at a future date. These will air dry for several months, and then quite possibly take them on to the kiln and have them kiln dried. So similar to that last stack, these are just some oversized logs that I've kind of been waiting on. You can actually see this one here. It's got a little dip in it. There's a nail right in there somewhere that we'll have to address at some point in the finishing process when we decide to turn it into a tabletop or a mantle. And we may even split it in half. This piece of oak right here actually came off of my grandfather's property, and that will probably end up being a keepsake of my own, and probably end up having some sort of sentimental value. My dad's on across the way there, cleaning up a tree from the neighbor's property. So that's what the chainsaw racket is. But I knew going into this log, you probably saw it when I was loading. Biggest log to date on the LT 46-inch diameter log. The blue streaking right here, and that indicates metal generally, and in this case it was correct. So it was a correct indicator. Right here you have, see if we can focus in there. Right here you have a nail on the slab I just cut. There's like 4 in a cluster. I'll throw a little clip of that in here. Then right here, we have a cable. I'm not sure how deep it goes, but then there's either another cable there or the tip of a couple of nails. It is actually the litter mate, if you will, of this guy right here. This is the upper portion of that log, and as you can tell, it's got some color in it as well. We've got some dark color there, indicating the possibility that there's still metal in it, but less likely to find metal here because we hit it at about the 5-foot mark on that log, that slab that I just showed you. So there's some good walnut in there as well. You see that little piece of walnut sticking out there. And then we've got some smaller stuff intermingled, some thinner slabs for shelves and such. So I'm excited about this stuff drying, getting down to a lower moisture content so we can actually do some work with it. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Dusty Ranch. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that thumbs up icon and consider subscribing. Until we see you next time, stay safe and keep it dusty.